Once hailed as a freedom fighter and later celebrated as South Africa's president, Jacob Zuma's story is one of power, corruption, and an unforgettable fall from grace. Jacob Gedleyihlekisa Zuma was born in 1942 in Nkandla, a rural village in KwaZulu-Natal. With little formal education, he grew up herding cattle, but destiny had bigger plans. In the 1950s, Zuma joined the African National Congress, fighting against apartheid. He became a guerrilla with Umkhonto we Sizwe, the ANC's armed wing, and spent 10 long years imprisoned on Robben Island, alongside Nelson Mandela. After apartheid fell, Zuma climbed the political ladder with his charisma and populist appeal. By 2009, he was president of South Africa. To millions, he was the people's champion. But behind the scenes, a storm was brewing. Zuma's presidency quickly became clouded by allegations of corruption, fraud, and money laundering. At the heart of it was the infamous arms deal scandal. Prosecutors accused Zuma of taking bribes during a multi-billion-dollar weapons contract in the 1990s. And then came the state capture crisis, an explosive investigation revealing how Zuma allowed the powerful Gupta family to control government contracts, influence cabinet appointments, and loot billions from the nation's coffers. In total, Zuma faced over 700 counts of corruption, fraud, racketeering, and money laundering. His refusal to testify before South Africa's highest court led to a historic ruling. In 2021, Jacob Zuma was sentenced to 15 months in prison for contempt of court. His jailing triggered violent protests, looting, and chaos that left more than 300 people dead across South Africa. Jacob Zuma's journey is a warning from history. From a boy who herded cattle, to a president who fought apartheid, to a prisoner condemned by corruption. Once a symbol of liberation, now forever remembered as a man who let power consume him. This is the story of Jacob Zuma, South Africa's fallen leader. He was Italy's billionaire playboy, media mogul, and three-time prime minister. To some, a genius businessman. To others, a corrupt outlaw in a tailored suit. Born in Milan in 1936, Berlusconi rose from modest roots to become one of Europe's richest men. He built his empire through real estate and television, founding Mediaset, Italy's largest private broadcaster. By the 1990s, he wasn't just rich, he was powerful. With money, media, and charm, Berlusconi stormed into politics, promising to rescue Italy from corruption. Ironically, corruption would define his career. In 1994, Berlusconi became prime minister. His blend of charisma and control over the media made him almost untouchable. But behind the cameras, a darker reality unfolded. Berlusconi faced dozens of criminal investigations, tax fraud, bribery, false accounting, and links to the mafia. But the most scandalous? The infamous Bunga Bunga sex parties. Prosecutors accused Berlusconi of paying an underage nightclub dancer, nicknamed Ruby the Heart Stealer, for sex while abusing his political power to cover it up. He denied everything. Judges later overturned some charges, but his reputation shattered. In 2013, Berlusconi was finally convicted of tax fraud in a massive TV rights scheme. His punishment, 4 years in prison, reduced to 1 year of community service because of his age. He became the first Italian prime minister ever banned from holding office due to a criminal conviction. Still, he never truly disappeared from politics or from the spotlight. Silvio Berlusconi was a man of contradictions, adored and despised, powerful and disgraced. To his supporters, he was a visionary entrepreneur who defied the establishment. To his critics, he was the very embodiment of corruption in modern politics. Love him or hate him, Berlusconi rewrote the rules of power, wealth, and scandal, leaving behind a legacy as unforgettable as it was controversial. This is the story of Silvio Berlusconi, the billionaire who thought he was above the law.